everybody. It's 2 o'clock on the nose. It's all about the 2 year as we go into 2022, which is all about that one-on-one, whether it's you and your higher self, you and another. It is that divine feminine energy of the 2. And the year adds up to 6, which is the lovers, love, family, and community. So it's a very high vibrational feminine year. So there'll be great transformation this year. And stay in your heart about that. Know that all is well. And this week is so important that you stay in your high vibration to connect through to the solstice. So December 21st is a big turning point for us. It's literally the, what's her name? Patricia. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I have that up here. I hope you guys are all doing well. Yeah, I have it here. If you ever watch Soulology One Studios, you might know him. He's a twin flame couple. He did a session with, where am I here? A session with Patricia Cota Robles. It's Cota, COTA dash Robles, ROBLES. And she channels the beings of light, and she was talking about the numerology behind the progression of the equinoxes, basically, and that in 2019 we experienced the 12-12-12 portal that basically led to this portal now, which is she said on the 21st the gates will seal, and I've been talking about the sealing, the breaking of the seal, and then she's talking about the closing of the seal on the 21st. So this time is really important for us to keep our high vibration, to get as much love light out there into the world, going into this brand new start for us on the 21st and going into 2022. So let's get into the messages. I want to do our 3 deep breaths first. Of love and blessings out to you guys. I hope you're having a great day, and thank you for being here with me. So today I have for you the Metatron read from this morning. I have a message of the day, and I also have a twin flame read, which is 3D 45E, I believe I did, and then the twin flame read that's in front of you, my 7-deck read. The message was really beautiful from the Metatron deck this morning, so we're going to do that first. And let's see here. All right, so this is the Metatron read. And this is Amanda Ellis's deck. And we're going to roll the die as well. So let's see what the dice have for you guys. This is for the Twin Flames. Today is December 15th, 2021. And by the way, if you guys are interested, I told Sagittarius I might redo their reading because it wasn't the most positive of reads. So I'm probably going to do that right after I do this. For the Twin Flames, though, right now, December 15th, 2021. All right, we have 11 of alignment, which is also justice, truth, and balance. We have the Sagittarius, which is in the South Node right now, being let go by the 22nd, which then will go into Scorpio with Taurus in the North Node. And then we have Saturn as well. So Capricorn's been coming up all week this week. And I'm getting from that too. You see how it looks like an H and a cross? I'm getting, again, the old constructs being taken down here, along with Sagittarius in the release of the South Node and alignment. And again, King of Wands was coming up as needing balance again today. So bringing that old masculine energy into the current energies, like realigning the inner child of the masculine and the feminine. And definitely that inner feminine child is being rebirthed for sure. Okay. So this Metatron read this morning, the underlying energy is conquering your fears, which was interesting because I'd sent a message to my nieces and nephews this morning, and I was definitely talking about the love versus fear, that they're mutually exclusive, and you can't be in love if you're in fear. And why would you want to be in fear if you can be in love? So it's about conquering those fears, taking one step at a time. And beneath the conquering your fears was the color orange, which is the sacral color. But in this deck, it's also about stretching and attuning your body. It's the Queen of Wands energy of being very physical and inspired to release any trapped energy. Stretch, maybe do some yoga, take a walk, whatever works for you, whatever you're being guided to do. And the second card below conquering your fears was white. So it's all about purification and conquering your fears. And the white comes up with the 51 of the King of Swords. So it's the feminine stretching to release stuck energies that no longer serve her. And for the masculine, it's really heavy purification here. The first card out was the Passion card, which is 25 of the Knight of Wands, which comes from the heart, right? You inspire from the heart. So the way the message went here is stretch to connect and attune with that Queen of Wands energy, purify with the King of Swords, and innocence of the angel's wings, conquering fears with healing and dreams come true and stars. And then the Knight of Wands, love for life, is the heart being inspired. What's weighing on you today? Connect with yourself and then lay it down, like Atlas carrying the weight of the world. Take the world off your shoulders, put it down. It is Thanksgiving every day, along with your synchronicities. Follow your synchronicities and your inner knowings. The King of Wands needs balancing today. The Page of Cups is being innocent and birthing, which is really coming up as the Divine Feminine. The Knight of Cups heals the heart by being love with the Emerald energy, healing heart. Archangel Sandalphon is always here with you on the Fool's journey, here with you. Your galactic family is mirroring you, retreating to the void for a pause this week. Grounding support from Mother Earth, taking back the moon's reflection of the sun. So instead of following the moon cycles, going back to the sun, which is the direct connect, as opposed to the moon, which was an indirect connection from the sun. Going back to the sun for direct connect. Instead, the dragon's fire, the divine masculine strength, as the heart cracks open to blossom in love, relationship, and harmony. Sitting safely in the Divine Mother's love, the aqua gold heart. The Empress, Gaia, expanding the flowers of life, like literally and figuratively. That Gaia is expanding her flowers, which is you, and the flowers in your heart, in your crown. All of the flowers are opening and expanding and blossoming in big transformation, and Spirit's connecting with me, expanding through the light and the dark, which is the chaos and the death, to understand the middle, right, the 0 point of peace, joy, and love. In the awakening, the wake-up call to listen and receive each note, truth and balance, alignment. And then the shaman, red root, for safety, strength, and power. Make sure you have Thanksgiving every day with peace, joy, and love, connected by Metatron's rainbow bridge of angelic white wings to get you to your ancestors on the other side for appreciation and healing, to release the Kundalini wounded warrior, which is at the root of all wounding. Metatron magnetic is the wind beneath the angelic realms. Third flame, connecting the root to the tip and then back to root again, like the phoenix rising and falling only to rise again at 137, which is the Magician and the King of Cups. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Love light always wins, so why not join us instead? And by the way, wins, the word wins is 2 U's in Sophia. Okay, so the wind has to do with the feminine divine mother energy here. And the 37 of the King of Wands, unconditional love, and magician embodiment of the masculine as well. So at 140, in summary of this, the magician and the 40 of the Page of Cups, that innocence, connect, purify, heal, one step at a time, inspired to bring balance on the fool's journey to Mother Earth, the inner child atlas with the weight of the world, start over, take the world off your shoulders, and birth a brand new you from the heart as the cosmos is mirroring you with the sun. So this is what they're trying to get at. So in the sunset every day, your ancestors mirror you. So now they're saying, since the moon's been taking the light, so the moon could get the sun's energy and reflect with you, that's now being taken out of the equation so that you can directly connect with your source, which is the sun, which is the light reflecting you, just like the sunset. That light is your ancestors and family reflecting your light back at you. Now they're saying the sun is doing the same. That is your direct connect, your direct light being shown to you. As above, so below. The third section here is, again, Thanksgiving every day with good food, water, and cheer. The emerald heart of being love. Rest, and then more love again. All right, this week. All about that high vibe energy. So stay out of the drama and keep it really clear. So important to give that push into this winter solstice and into 2022. So then I have the message of the day. And this is the message of the day. Okay, and for those of you not familiar, the message of the day is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Guidebook, the Lenormand Reverie, the Gilded Tarot, and the Kipper deck. And this was done at 7:38 to 39 last night. 7 is the Chariot, the vehicle of ascension and infiltration into groups or whatever. And then the 38 and 39 are the Knight and Queen of Cups. The underlying energy here was the unicorn, the tree, the Hierophant, and the lovers. The unicorn is standing guard at the 5D gate of the family rainbow bridge to the Hierophant on the other side with the shadow lover in the 3D. The phoenix rising with the beaver, the bat, and the hawk, who are corralling the deer one and the lizard to the unicorn. But the beaver, bat, and the deer one are looking at me for help. So again, it's how people are getting help, either looking to someone in the 3D next to them, or perhaps going online and looking for help, or part of a group. So the beer and the bat, that could be a Freudian slip there for the beaver. The beaver, bat, and the deer one looking at me for help. Or is this the right direction? So looking for direction between the phoenix root, and that was coming up yesterday, that the children will all start coming to you guys for guidance. And again, what Patricia was talking about, not only Patricia, he had Ryan Melchizedek on an interview as well on Soulology. I always want to say Soulology. On Soulology, who was talking about the new children, which started from the harmonic convergence back in 1987. So all the children that started being born after that had this purpose for this awakening now, and they'll all be coming to the ones who have been already awakening, and it's 2:14 on the clock, which is Valentine's Day. So between the phoenix root and the unicorn third eye, clearing the bridge, pushing through toward the 5D. So the people who've kind of been dawdling on the 4D bridge are being pushed to the 5D to clear the way for the new incomings. The loving lady making cuts in high vibe time crunch for the King of Cups or unconditional love family tree, and expanding, changing, and free, becoming free with family. Which is interesting, because I told you I just texted all my nieces and nephews just prior to this, a little while ago. It's really connecting because they're all having a lot of babies. So there were 6 nieces and nephews I connect with and their partners. And then how many babies do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, an 8th one on the way, I believe. So a lot of babies are coming in. The King of Cups needing to get on the bridge. Okay, so the King of Cups, anyone who's been dawdling or avoiding waking up is now being pushed to get on the bridge. The Devil post-war with Hierophant. So here we have the Hierophant can represent God as well. So we have God and the Devil here, right? The light and the dark. The Devil post-war with the Hierophant, or Capricorn versus Taurus, and perhaps a wealthy man in transition with gifts, a dream. The King of Wands to court, or filing papers for the privileged lady, and the mature worldly man inspired by great fortune with shadow lover on the wall at 752, which is the Chariot, and the 52 of the Queen of Swords with the light. The first section here is the Otter, who's very like a curious child, can be a very young energy, like a child in diapers running around the beach. But the Otter curious about the Eagle who's diving. This is the Phoenix diving, right, to cause a trigger. Diving into the truth of Mr. Ed, which is also that Saggy God energy that I get. The Alpha Centaur, because Centaur gate was 1212 for me, the Saggy gate, Centaur gate. And now we're talking about Alpha Centaurus. So Alpha Centaur came up here, along with the Saggy Godhead of Mr. Ed, the Otter on a magic adventure of dreams on the journey of despair, which is also the Pair, day pair. The Eagle, the Snake, and then the Poison Apple. The Chariot being the vehicle or trigger to start the conflict with the Queen of Wands thief, or the Queen of Wands with a thief or little thief. The Black Egg coming together through the maze, the wounded warrior surrendering to stability and courtship. Perhaps home or emperor is here. So you may be dealing with an emperor or a boss or a father, grandfather, or a home here as well. The Horse is exposing the powers that be, or Mr. Ed, to release imprisonment of energetic exchange, which is also arrows of love, or just a lot of communication or travel back and forth, and occupation at 757, which is the Chariot and the Three of Swords. It was like Little Red Riding Hood. Little Raid. Oh, so she's kind of indigo-ish. Little Red Riding Hood, indigo, going through the woods to, instead of grandmother's house, was coming up as to dark mother's house, right? And you never know what's going to pop up in these woods between her home and going to dark mother's house, with poison in the forest, which are the triggers that, it's like the bacteria going into the oyster in order to create the pearl. Dreams of having it out and just surrendering once and for all to release or star. That's all about competition here. That it's like it's their only way they've ever known. It's a very egoic way to release. Like they only know how to release by competing. It's like that really, guy who just has to, he's really athletic and he competes, and then you can't even have a conversation with them because they always want to win. So they kind of trigger you or give you a choice so that they can be the devil's advocate and then show you why you're wrong. That's the kind of energy that's coming up here. So again, like Little Red Riding Hood going through the woods to the dark mother's house and the poison apples in the forest, dreams of having it out, like once and for all to get this over with, and surrender to release, or again about this star who's all about the competition, their only way of release or the only way they've learned or know how. And that was at 7:59, which is the 11th hour, the minute before 8, the calm before the storm. Depressed on the journey with the Queen of Wands thief, there was a little whistle there, in courtship of occupation with a lot of back and forth, or occupied by energetic exchange and the arrows of love. The second section here is the bear. Beer's coming up again. Who's drinking beer? I don't drink beer at all, because I haven't for years, because it doesn't sit with my stomach well. But beer is coming up like crazy for you guys. Oh, my father's reminding me too to come visit. My dad he wasn't a beer drinker, but he loved to try different kinds of beers. So the beer's coming up again, so you might know someone who likes to drink beer. And of course I have nephews, so I definitely have people I know who like to drink beer. But the second section here is about the bear and the swans, the dolphin and the shark. The bear is coming off as the swans, or the bear is up the butts of the swans, like I guess not leaving them alone. And the dolphin coming off as the shark, which are very different energies. So again, the masks that we wear when we come together for the holidays. The bear is exposed or exposing Leo, or the strength it takes for this high vibe journey. The swans with the lucky high priestess and the Knight of Pentacles reversed, who may be blocking 28 or the lady in waiting for their train to come in. The dolphin is coming up as the mature spiritual union and peace in heated exchange with couple, or not telling their true feelings about the Empress's marriage. With the shark here in a public meet with judgment and suddenly on the path of the wounded warrior to clear the Kundalini. Leo is upright with stubborn Taurus in heated debate, suddenly exploding in public. So that could be people, just who've been bubbling up underneath and finally exploding, or perhaps getting in a fight with someone. Or the mother is waiting with their daughter at the train station until she leaves. So that could be the daughter moving out, or got a new job, finished school, going on to her new life by herself. And now it's like a couple where the mother took the daughter. It's 2:22 on the clock. The mother took the daughter to the train station. Now she's left with just her and the husband, or her and the boyfriend, whatever it is. And now they must focus on that one-on-one relationship, and is that really what you still want? Okay, because now that you've come full circle with your children, is that relationship actually what kept you in the relationship, or was it your children who kept you in the relationship? Then Leo upright, Pisces and Aquarius come up here, as well as Scorpio upright, Libra, Taurus as well. The second part of this is the peacock, owl, and the wolf. Group 2 are looking at these three. They're actually looking at the peacock, but the owl and the wolf are looking at me. The peacock is the loving man of 28, which is the twin flame energy, and the Knight of Wands upright, rushing in to sweep the Queen of Cups off of her feet. And I was definitely getting an officer and a gentleman here. It's that energy of like at the end of the movie where he just comes in and sweeps her off her feet. That was the energy. But remember, the mask that we wear, and Spirit was just connecting with me, because there were messages after the movie about the real relationship between Deborah Winger and him. She didn't like him at all. So she described a lot of the scenes as pain on her face of having to do the scene with Richard Gere, as opposed to their real connection. So again, just an example of remembering to not wear a mask and be authentically you, even if it's with the person that you love and there's still some things that need to be worked out, right? Don't lie, be you. The owl is inspired to crack codes with the King of Wands reversed justice in hitting the jackpot or sudden wealth, as the wolf with a big mountain to get to completion, recovering from imprisonment or being present with gifts. The Knight of Wands upright and the King of Wands is reversed, so that can be a father and child who are not getting along or just have different perspectives, may be recovering together here, while the Queen of Cups is working hard with sudden wealth that may be imprisoning them. And wealth can be anything, it doesn't have to be money, it's abundance of some sort, but may feel imprisoned by it as well. We have Justice or Libra there also. And Pisces and fire as well. The third section here is fish, tiger, and the frog. The scattered fish and the frog in the rain, around the tiger stalking, making their presence known. Oh God. So I was kind of half watching a movie last night because I was busy doing some creative stuff while it was on. It was about the Tiger King. And yeah, if you have Netflix and you haven't watched that, it wasn't what I thought it was. And I just kind of put it on, but that was, about a narcissistic person who abused children. So you might want to check that out, but that's coming up here, right? So scattered fish and the frog in the rain, around the tiger stalking, making their presence known, right? Like it's all about me, having all these women around them, having sex with multiple women and not being truthful to people. It's all about themselves. That's coming up as the wise community of Dr. Jekyll and Hyde with Dream Nest and the Golden Egg. So, of course, he was making a lot of money and it was the dream life, except he was manipulating people and lying to get what he wanted and hurting people. So fish with birds and self-satisfaction and a message of concern, the patient angel and a higher love, as tiger Dr. Jekyll dancing with Hyde to reignite the flame in an official way on the fool's journey. From frog to prince, with dreams coming true and things looking up with the nest egg, and overtime to get to the main female, number 2, the high priestess, the divine feminine energy. With Pisces or Capricorn, Leo, Aquarius, Sag, and Aries here, perhaps Virgo too, satisfied standing up for self when things are not working out, sending a message of concern to the official person as the main female here. There's definitely that energy of people being outed, healing themselves, and coming back together in a different way, a completely transformed way. At 817, which is the Strength card, and 17 of the Star, and I was getting a lot of sick to my stomach energy coming up around that energy. The fourth section here is the Collective, the Star. The Collective is the Snake energy, I believe it's that card, yeah. The Star, the Fire Ants, and the Nightingale. The Collective Awakening for the Star, right? The Star in this deck, the Starfish, is all about someone who's very superficial, right? It's all about me. They've always gotten their way because everybody serves them whenever they want it. So why would they not take it? So they've never learned to be strong for themselves, as opposed to not having to be because everyone else is doing all the hard work. So the Collective Awakening for the Star, with all coming in to see the songbird, purifying the air. As the snake is the collective awakening here, with the Queen of Cups crossing old bridges, or perhaps burning them, with the truth to the Knight of Cups community. The Starfish with pushy, icy shadow mother, and this could be like a mother who's living through their child, right, to become a star, so that they could live vicariously through them and get, have the benefit of the finances as well. So the Starfish with a pushy, icy shadow mother, emotionally fulfilled by hermiting with the changes. Big events with Star, or a big accident or gaping wound to heal, with the Page of Cups with multiple faces of vulnerability, and the King of Swords coming full circle with empty family room. The Songbird with key to unity consciousness, and the Ten of Pentacles family, business, or community with the main male. The family moving, or the last to go, catching the last train for the coast, the day the music died. Moving to peace for one in bad health, or with healthcare issues, and the Chariots waiting to go to that big mansion in the sky. The King of Cups child is headed your way, feeling impoverished but inspired by unexpected income or unexpected incoming in the tango of a man and a woman. And then I was getting, when a man loves a woman. So that was coming up. He can't keep his mind on anything else. He changed the world for the good thing he's found. Well, this man loves you, woman. That was coming up. But if you read the whole song, it's really about an abusive relationship, because it's about someone obsessed with someone as opposed to loving them. And even in the movie, right, she's alcoholic, right? So as soon as she's not alcoholic anymore, she's not Miss Fun anymore, right? She's not getting drunk and having sex all the time. So it's that same kind of energy in the song, that a man who's in love with a woman will let her get away with anything. But we all know that that's not really love, right? That's codependency, and it's aiding and abetting their addictions and codependencies. So it's about that kind of relationship and releasing that kind of relationship for true love and learning about what true love is. So, and this could be both sides of the coin as well as family connections that you're dealing with. So that was the message of the day. So now we go back to this is the union read. So this is 3D, 4D, 5D. I'll show you the picture of the read. Somebody's revving their energy. Somebody's revving their engine down the street, and he's been racing around the neighborhood for the past few nights. I don't know what the heck he's going through. Maybe he's working on his car. I don't know. But just letting you know, this is the 3D, 4D, 5D. The feminine left, masculine right, the bridge between them in the center. Incoming divine feminine, outgoing divine masculine, and the underlying energies and the closing energies here. And again, this is the Syrian starseed deck. And then here we have the read in front of you. This is the general twin flame read for all of the energies, not just the physical union. And then the 7-deck read here with all 7 decks. And again, if it doesn't resonate with you, don't force it to fit. This is a general reading, and it is a lot of energy. If you want something more specific to you, my information is below, as well as on my website, twinflames3344.com. I'm going to turn the light on here too. All right, so for this twin flame union energy, the physical union for 3D, 4D, 5D, this was done at 1:55 yesterday, which is the Magician, and the 55 of Excalibur, the Truth, the Ace of Swords. And today again is December 15th, and today is, where are we? Farther back than I thought. So today, the 15, of course, is the devil energy. And the day adds up to 32, which is a 5, but it's the 6 of wands, which is about going on the journey, leading the way, the fool's journey, and dealing with codependencies of the devil, the shadow side. So this union read, the underlying energy was the 5 of wands, right? We usually see that as the conflict card. It's the 5 of wands because they're fighting, but are they fighting, or are they just playing sports? So there's always new perspectives. And remember that we're dealing with the opposites of chaos and death, right? But you don't want to be in either one of those. If you're a human on earth, you want to be in love, joy, and peace in the middle. So whenever you go into an unbalanced energy, seek the opposite of that in order to come to the middle. The middle energy here is the 4 of Cups, which is that 4 of Cups, grounding, integrating, and mastering of love, especially receiving it. It's also seen as the boredom and apathy card, or one feeling sorry for themselves because either they don't see something being offered them as worthy or not being any different than anything else they have, or they're not even seeing what's being offered to them because they're so wrapped up in their own mind, they can't see what's right in front of them. So this is about conflict going away through grounding and integrating things that are now looking up, or to focus on calm and coming together at work. So Silent Night's coming up again, that energy of that, which I was guided to sing online for you guys the other night. The incoming divine feminine here is the Ace of Wands, the Hanging Man, and the Tower. A new passion hanging out with sudden epiphanies, where lightning strikes, knocking the shadow off the wall. The 3D here is the divine feminine's heart in the E-Tower, with puzzle pieces to figure out. Perhaps that's the masculine outside trying to get in and trying to figure out how to get in. The divine masculine Knight of Swords sending a 5D message to the workplace, or trying to sort something out. Bridging in the 3D at home, castle, or union with the drawbridge or welcome mat out, with roses, red and white perhaps. And that could be pink, which is in the middle of red and white. So again, this is any kind of conflict, whether it's just day-to-day stuff that you're dealing with at work, or dealing with the house and perhaps things you're doing to the house, or family, whatever that is, it's working it out, coming to the middle ground. The 4D here is the Ace of Swords, the 4 of Cups, and the Page of Swords. The divine feminine with truth just below the surface, ready to play ball. The divine masculine Page of Swords with a message of light, but perhaps needing more information. Bridging with the 4 of Cups, starting over again, with compassion and learning to receive love. The 5D here is Reason, which is the Emperor, Karma, which is Judgment, and the Queen of Pentacles. The 5D, Divine Feminine, being reasonable and in control, as the Divine Masculine Queen of Pentacles is perhaps pissing money away or missing their money. They don't want to give their money away. Right? But they're in their feminine. It's like feeling vulnerable because they have to pay out, but they don't want to. Bridging with karma, decision, and or judgment here. The outgoing divine masculine is the higher self, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Star. The higher self offering in a breakthrough offer to Star, which is also a healer or a dream coming true, or a dream or dream girl of Pisces to Aquarius at work, or for work that was done. The divine feminine's heart is reaping rewards of the truth to the Emperor, then perhaps throwing them a bone, right? So this is, again, people trying to come to the middle. The divine masculine in the 3D Knight of Swords sending a message or delivery to the Page of Swords, which can be siblings or just multiple different kinds of messages. One's a bigger message and one's a smaller message. But they're both coming up as upright messages, sending messages or delivery to the Page of Swords, who then passes on the message to someone else, to the Queen of Pentacles here, on the Divine Masculine side. Bridging here is the home and union waiting for a decision, grounding and integrating and mastering how to receive love. Or perhaps overcome boredom, which is waiting. So instead of waiting, focus on something that is working out for you, which then collapses the timeline and it makes it happen. So again, whatever's not working for you, turn your attention away from that onto something beautiful and loving that is working for you in order to shift everything. The Divine Feminine with Pisces or Capricorn, Scorpio and Aries on their side. There was no court cards with the feminine side. On the Divine Masculine side, they have Pisces and Aquarius, as well as the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. And then what's between the masculine and feminine is Aquarius. The overall number here was the 26, which is the Page of Wands. And the horizontal pillars came out to 8, 5, and 13, which is the 8 of the dance, but it's also strength, inner and outer strength, and manifestation of dreams. The 5 of the Hierophant, and the 13 of transition. The vertical pillars came up as 6, 0, 0, and for me 0 is our source or space between. So the lovers, 2 zeros, double 8s, which are the crazy 8s of the two twins dancing side by side between their own masculine and feminine before they've merged together, as that third 8 becoming the infinity symbol. And then another double zeros between on the other side for the masculine with the 1 of the Magician and the 3 of the Empress. And the messages came up as greased lightning in transition with new inspiration here, as well as the lovers with a lot of source energy backing them up and space to do it, coming together to dance as the crazy 8s, cheek to cheek, with more space afterwards to transition, but also deal with Magician embodiment and abundance, and very excited about this. So it's really beautiful energy. And by the way, I forgot to tell you yesterday when I did my video, the cardinals were visiting me yesterday. When I was raking the leaves yesterday morning, the masculine cardinal was flirting with me. He was so cute. And then when I was working on my read later, the feminine cardinal was in the pot where I put the seeds for the birds usually. So the couple they were both here yesterday. So now coming into the twin flame read on the table, that was done at 4:11, which is emergent information coming in. And it's also the 4 of the Emperor and the 11 of Justice, which is truth and balance. And then at 4:22, as I'm doing the clarifiers, Alice's came up again. So whatever Alice's means to you. Again, the Emperor and the Fool's Journey. I don't know if somebody like a man's man, the patriarchy type of energy person, who like shames another guy or a child, calling them an Alice, meaning they're a wimp, that kind of energy, that's just coming up now for some reason. Right? So calling someone a fool to make them feel small. And it's a very narcissistic type of energy. I finished doing this read at 4:38, which is the Emperor and then the Queen of Cups. The major arcana here were Transition, which is the Death card, Higher Self, which is the High Priestess, and Reflection, which is the Hermit. Before the read, the Tower and Karma, which is Judgment, came up. And there were 2 cups, 4 pentacles, and 2 wands or swords. 2 wands. Okay, so there was no swords in the main cards of this read. 2 cups, 4 pentacles, 2 wands, and 242, if that's significant for anyone, which is also the energy of the High Priestess and the Emperor, and the 24 of the Queen of Wands, and the 42 of the 2 of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, all in the read. All right, so you got 5 characters there, and then the Page of Cups came up before the read, the innocent one, or an innocent message. And then after the read, the King and Queen of Wands came up together. One is up, one is down. So we have, what do we have? in the read, we have 2 queens, 2 knights, and a page. And then a page, the Page of Cups beforehand, and the King and Queen of Wands as together here. They can be a couple, but they can be siblings. They can both be fire signs, so they can be multiple different relationships. And then as far as the numbers here, the only double numbers were 10s. So 10-10, which is that very high vibration, keeping that vibration really clear and high. 9-10, begin again, keep coming back to center every time you get off balance. The 78 of the 10 of Pentacles, and that dream family of heaven on earth, and the 1 of Magician embodiment, the 17 of dreams coming true, and as well the 13 of the transition, and the 13th month, which we're in now, of Fiacus, and 34 in a lesser sense came up, which is the energetic exchange, the arrows of love, 47 of the synchronicities, the 7 of cups, and then the Phi energy of 89, begin again and again and again. Every time you expand, come back to center, come back to the heart, come back to the present moment. The code line was all about the number 7, or the chariot, the feminine within the masculine, the vehicle of ascension and infiltration as well. And breathe. I'm feeling a lot of stress coming up from you guys. The code line was all about personal growth, and the P was separated from personal. And the P for me was coming up as the part of the pin, the safety pin, that's the masculine back and the housing on the top. So the masculine housing and regarding personal growth. And there could be sonal growth here as well, of getting the ER. Somebody who's pregnant might go to the ER for a check or something like that. I'm not getting anything, truly negative, but that could be coming up for someone, or just getting an ultrasound done. Yeah, so personal growth and financial discipline. Discipline was broken up into discipline. So it's basically, discipline means disciple of self. So discipline often means something has a negative connotation for a lot of us, but it really just means being the disciple of self as opposed to the disciple of someone else outside of yourself. And here it's coming up as the disciples, so the twins, right? Being the disciple of each other, because you're twins, you're connected as one. The codes here were coming up as seeing the T, which can be someone's name, but it also can be the drink. It can be toggling up. It can be time out for me, or however you resonate with the letter T. But see the T in the night, the ice clear with the 7 of Pentacles, which is the divine feminine in the E tower, in a blink with source. So I'm getting ice clear is, it's not completely see-through, but it's transparent. So it's just really getting that really clear energy of being able to see clearly. It's like, and being able to be with source within a blink of an eye. It's like you can be connected to source and then blink and it's gone. So it's like life too, right? In a blink it could be gone. So it's about that gratitude as well. So the sudden event of a timeout or toggling up into the divine feminine energy, being good at bridging to the left, which is the feminine, the wise one, the queen's energy of the divine feminine's heart, who's very seasonal and knowledgeable here. So she's been through the ringer already. Also to see the tad test, or a sudden event, maybe just a tad test, or the frog trying to become the prince, to bridge left or towards the feminine, or ice is coming up. So remember that ice is slippery, and we're dealing with the sage's heart, whether it's a wise one or clearing one's heart. And this could be an icy heart that needs to melt. And for the masculine to understand the feminine's heart that's been through a lot and is very respectful and knowledgeable here. To set after death, but then night 8 could be coming up here as well, and that maybe that refers to Hanukkah in some sense, which I believe we're done at this point, right? I'm not sure what the dates were this year. But again, night 8, and where are we today? Today's the 15th, so night 8 is the 23rd, right? And however that resonates for you could be coming up. But set, so maybe because we have the solstice at the 21st where everything's changing, they're telling us it gets set, like completely sealed by the 23rd. The after-death test, of being ice clear, or after the after death test. It's like getting shocked too. You know how they say all clear, clear, and then they shock you? That's coming up as well. Having an ice clear view, implementing a plan, reaping rewards. A time really to test personal growth and financial discipline here. And remember, discipline is being the disciple of one's own self-knowing and what's good for you financially. So the Queen of Cups is the underlying energy, but she's reversed here. And beneath that is from the 5th card down and up, this bookmark just came out. I'm going to show you the angel because it doesn't usually come out. So maybe you're supposed to see it for some reason. Let's see if I can get it clarified a bit more so you can see it. There you go. So it's just a bookmark, but there may be a message in there for you. So the Queen of Cups is the underlying energy right here, and then we have the mini cards there on top. But 5 cards down starts with the 10 of Swords upright, the Tower reversed, Karma or Judgment upright, and then the Page of Cups upright and the 10 of Cups reversed. In a painful ending or ending pain after a sudden event or epiphany or perhaps sexual exchange, in avoiding a disaster, a wake-up call, judgment, or decision or announcement, the Page of Cups upright with love for unhappy family or ending of an emotional cycle that's so over, with the Queen of Cups reversed, released by an offer of love from the group or friends, and the King of Cups upright, presenting the truth to the dancing fool or the juggler with the weight of the world, and or dealing with slave labor, or perhaps, poor labor practices as well. With Scorpio reversed, Aquarius upright, Gemini upright, and Sagittarius reversed, in great pain after a sudden event, epiphany, or sexual exchange, and judgment of the Page of Cups, or child of the 10 of Cups reversed and Queen of Cups reversed family, who are coming up as unhappy, or a cycle through an emotional cycle that's way overdue to be done. The Queen of Cups reversed, released from prison by coming together with the King of Cups upright, with the truth to the performer, or the juggler, the one trying to keep their balls up in the air, who's over big love offer and working out, or the King of Cups is serving their head on a platter to the juggler who is served walking papers, or barely maintaining, being able to keep their balls up in the air. Or the group is supporting or holding up Atlas, or the one with the weight of the world on their shoulders, or slave labor or yard work that's really too hard, while offering love at the same time to the Queen of Cups reversed to help escape from their sorrows. A message of love from the group to the Queen of Cups reversed, wanting to come together with the King of Cups with information about balancing, keeping their balls up in the air, and working really hard or non-stop. We have the Page of Swords reversed, which can be a message or a child, but it's the most immature energy in the deck, the Page of Swords reversed. Healing the lovers with the Knight of Wands reversed, which is also immature energy of the player, and the Queen of Swords upright with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, who may be frustrated. Or a Gemini may be healing from, and this could be a Gemini child, or just a message. This can be rumors, it can be negative self-talk, spying and lying. It also can be someone who's bouncing off the walls mentally, it can be ADHD, it can be bipolarism, but that kind of energy. And of course, in duality, we're dealing with, right, the extreme of polarism or being polarized. So this could be a Gemini child healing or acting like a child who's healing from Sagittarius reversed, or the fallen angel, or the Knight of Wands reversed player who may be falling short. And that doesn't have to be a player energy. It could be somebody who had really good intentions of following through energetically but fell short and they couldn't do it. Or it could be someone who's paralyzed by their own passions or fell off the wagon. But this is the energy of the Knight of Wands, Saggy, and then the Page of Swords, Gemini, and then the Queen of Swords upright, speaking with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, who may be losing money and frustrated or doesn't get it. No path, or refusing to walk unless the carpet is rolled out for them. So this could be viewing someone as a prima donna, but maybe they're not at all, and their perspective is off. And maybe someone's been whispering in their ear lies or rumors. And then at 538, which is the Hierophant and the 38 of the Queen of Cups, The Queen of Swords is upright with the rug on the steps, with materials or samples, or by the fireplace. After a flood, things are dry, but no emotion to ground into. Once they get their money, they don't care anymore. The Queen of Cups reversed, not aroused or humored and defenseless to the energies or attacks, or just feeling ganged up on. The patient angel or Sag, and the Knight of Pentacles offering help to the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Dark energies coming in here trying to screw with people, with the patient angels, or siblings, co-workers needing to be patient with each other. Engagement comes up here, and beneath that is forgiving and learning. So really important to forgive and learn, and that was coming up too. Forgive others, but forgive yourself too. Be patient with yourself, right? Don't punish yourself. Don't punish others. If they do something really wrong to you, of course you don't want to connect with them, but you need to forgive them in order to give yourself peace. If you don't forgive, you don't have inner peace, and then you can't stay in that love energy. So we have Death reversed, the King of Pentacles reversed, the Wheel reversed, and then the Fool reversed, along with the Page of Cups upright, who's very pure and innocent and loving. After an ending death or dark night, or the never-ending story, the King of Pentacles reversed is no superhero in a twist of fate of falling from grace with a message of love, or the Page of Cups, who's unable to express their feelings creatively. Perhaps they're not transitioning. Perhaps they're not chasing girls, or not chasing their children. Maybe there's no children to chase anymore. Maybe they left. Perhaps the old chick is depressed and over the hill, or over trying to stay young in a twist of fate. The snake tripped them up, or lacking faith in creative expression. The Page of Cups is perhaps in immature emotions, but they're very sweet. They're not lying. They're just a child, a very young energy. Or perhaps it's an adult who's not ever weaned. Or the Fool fell for the superficial one and passed up the old beauty. With Sagittarius upright, Scorpio, Libra, and Aries all reversed here, perhaps Pisces child as well. With self-discipline and 41, which is the Ace of Cups, spiritual love, self-love, new love, and then creativity of the number 3 and the Empress of abundance. Looking back at a sister, or suffering in silence, reaping rewards of being stuck, broken, or broke up, broke down, or emergency, or car issues, and the Knight of Swords reversed is lashing out, or freeze frame, do-over, or suspended animation, and keeping their cards close to their chest about Atlas and the weight of the world, performing miracles while 2 buck are watching, for very little, or on the run with the goods after payment, or didn't leave enough money, and the Knight of Swords is yelling, "Come back!" as they get away with it. The 2-man horse fell apart, or importing and exporting of fabric or curtains here, or paying slave wages while raking it in at 607, which is the Lovers in the Chariot, with Atlas burdens and a lot of responsibility for the Queen of Cups reversed, who's frustrated with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, with a message of love, unable to express, and self-discipline coming up here as well as self-love. Or burdened, Queen of Cups reversed, with the Page of Cups, who's frustrated with the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Pentacles upright, and these could be 2 mothers and children as well. The Page of Cups is unable to express how they feel or be creative, requiring self-discipline. The King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So here we have all these mother and father-child relationships, with the Queen of Cups reversed and the Page of Cups upright, the Queen of Pentacles reversed with the Knight of Pentacles upright, and then the King of Wands with the Knight of Wands, with big love here, or a big love announcement, or a wake-up call, moving to the Page of Wands upright, with the King of Swords upright, and fabulous dinner waiting, or chef's kitchen, and the Knight of Cups reversed may be jealous or moody, that they're relighting the torch. And remember too, these pages and knights don't have to be people. They could be expressions of those adults. So the Queen of Cups reversed may be expressing the Page of Cups or sending a loving message. The Queen of Pentacles reversed may be expressing the Knight of Pentacles action of offering help, but actually needs help. And then the King of Wands is coming up with the Knight of Wands as well. And he's the King is reversed, And the Knight is 2. Yeah. I think they're both reversed here. And that could be a father and son who are very much alike. Or it's the King of Wands action of the Knight of Wands, that player type energy. But they're coming out with a big love announcement or a wake-up call, moving to peace, or from sea or emotional place to land ho with good news and leading the way. So someone might have landed finally. Perhaps a message in leading the way to the Page of Wands is excited, and the King of Swords upright with a fabulous dinner waiting or chef's kitchen, and the Knight of Cups reversed here, who may be jealous or moody that they're relighting the torch with someone. But there could be Olympic energy there too. Dun, 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 dun. I'm getting Chariots of Fire. Dun, 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 dun. So at 6:14, which is the 6 of the Lovers and the 14 of the Temperance card, it's also the first day, the first time I ever reached out to my twin was 6:14. Burdened by the 6 of Cups reversed, falling out in the past, with the King of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Cups upright, offering love to the King of Cups, with the Hermit shedding light on self-love and satisfaction, as well as injustice and deception at 6:16, which is the Lovers, and the 16 of the Tower. With energetic exchange or arrows of love, and being uncomfortable with synchronicities of the King of Swords reversed and the Emperor reversed, in a falling post-war of lacking faith after the virus as well, could be coming up here, post-war, post-virus energies. In the recent past here is the 8 of Wands upright, an energetic exchange with dreams, star, healer, dream girl, or being more spiritual, or Aquarius upright and Taurus reversed, post-war, after sudden event, epiphany, or sexual exchange, in 5D connection and letting go to fix things, make amends, or there's frustrations about the past here, with the wounded warrior taking off to the stars, with issues at work with the wounded warrior. So it could be issues with self or another wounded warrior who's deeply wounded, patient angel needing closure or near-death experience, or the never-ending story of dreams or a bedtime story, with lots of back and forth, with Aquarius upright, Taurus reversed, Scorpio reversed, 2 Scorpios reversed perhaps, and Sagittarius upright here. The foundation is the Page of Pentacles, who's curious about their abilities, with the Empress reversed, who may be in lack or ill, inspired, or with the Page of Wands, who's excited to see Scorpio reversed, or Dark Night from the past, or children who are up to something here. The Page of Wands is upright and excited between Taurus and Scorpio both reversed, or they are the Taurus reversed and Scorpio reversed, but there's Virgo upright here as well. The Empress reversed with 2 children, the Page of Wands and Page of Pentacles, and those could be 2 pets, 2 messages, whatever, or a mixture of those, with new information or clarity, or double checking with the Hermit to make sure they have the right perspective. The central energy here is the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, who's so over this emotional cycle or unhappy family or a negative family of victim mentality, in disconnect or at a distance with the King of Wands reversed, grounding, integrating, or bored, offering the same old to those out in the cold, not even realizing what they're offering or getting, and lacking faith or injured after falling, and then challenged by implementing a plan. Or the Divine Feminine's heart at the E-Tower that's open in a twist of fate, with Leo, or being strong, taming the beast, as well as Libra reversed and Leo upright here. Leading the way to the Queen of Cups reversed, who may be taking in strays or runaways, or sad and pulling in the wrong kind of energy at 6:30, the Lovers and the Union. With the 10 of Pentacles, family, business, or community, withholding or saving for the Page of Pentacles, education perhaps, or the Golden Child, or researching a vacation. With the fantasy family and love, defenseless to their feminine wiles, the Page of Wands is excited to divorce or break away from a religion, establishment, or Taurus reversed, or looking forward to being more spiritual, with the Page of Cups, with news or clarity of grounding and integrating, the Queen of Wands, who's looking at the Knight of Pentacles, who's offering something to the whistleblower on break or connected in 5D. And now is the Knight of Wands reversed, that player falling short, with the Queen of Swords speaking of being on a quest or conflicted about falling out in the past, with the Seven of Cups reversed and dumping emotional attachments or multiple loads, with third party or issues at work, and Atlas burdens, responsibilities, or instability, move, visit, or end of a home or marriage, and awakening to the ego. Or Saggy and Pisces, or Capricorn always fighting at 636, the lovers and the Atlas energy of the weight of the world on their shoulders. At 37, which is then the King of Cups and the lovers, the Knight of Wands reversed may be deceiving or deceived and conflicted. Awakening early with synchronicities and no options, with the King of Swords reversed who's uncomfortable, and moving to peace with the Knight of Cups who's offering love, leaving dependent or unhappy family, or spending a lot to end an emotional cycle and implement a plan to get off the fence, released from energy vampiring in order to heal and to forgive the King of Wands reversed, who's now pushed out of bed, perhaps because they wouldn't wake up on their own, or pushing the Queen of Wands out of bed, overworked and not working out, with the Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles making an offer to the juggler of the 5D connection, or keeping their balls up in the air while on break. So that could be somebody working even when they're supposed to be on break. And soon here is transition reversed. Perhaps the Queen of Cups reversed is finding success taking in pets, or taking a pet to the vet. Or Leo, this could be a Leo here, or just being strong between some negative energies of the liar, cheater, thief, or runner, and then the Knight of Wands player falling short on the other side. Insecure without tools, or manipulative. Or Leo upright, Sag reversed, and Gemini or Virgo reversed here. The Emperor reversed may be out of control or stepping down to get over it. The injustice of the Knight of Cups upright offer of love to the King of Wands reversed, with the Ten of Pentacles family, business, or community, with temptation waving, and that can be temptation waving to the King of Wands reversed, right? Of perhaps a wealthy family knowing just what it takes to suck them back in with the money, the wealth, or Capricorn with the Ten of Pentacles family between the Emperor reversed and the King of Wands reversed, which can be a father and child, or grandfather and child, or a boss and someone under them. And then we have Scorpio and Libra reversed, both of them here too. The twin flames seeing themselves as the Knight of Pentacles upright, that humble, loyal servant energy, in energetic exchange with the Page of Swords reversed, which can be a mouthy kid, but also can be bad news or negative messages, or no message at all, negative self-talk. Or the Knight of Pentacles helping the Page of Swords reversed to spread rumors and may not even be aware of it. There may be issues at work with the Devil or temptation waving, with the Knight of Swords reversed, paralyzed or freezing up when the Page of Cups offers love, or lovers send loving message of healing and forgiveness here at 654, which is the lovers and the message of the Page of Swords. Or the Knight of Pentacles, Capricorn, is in a lot of exchange back and forth with the kids, or negative messages, or messages that need to be answered, and then a loving message with affection to be healed, or to heal. Let your friends help you, healing family issues, love yourself first, and keep an open mind, right? Because your partner may differ from what your usual expectations are. Around the twins are how they're seen as the higher self reversed, which can be the need to use your intuition more, or maybe secret passion, with Pisces reversed and Aquarius upright here. The Queen of Wands is looking at the divine feminine in the 5D, suffering in silence, or perhaps dealing with her sister, and announcing. It's like the Queen of Wands watching the divine feminine announcing in order to find satisfaction, right? How she's healed herself. And then the block being reflection, the Hermit, Virgo, receiving the Knight of Cups offer of love in a twist of fate, sharing or settling out with the King of Pentacles reversed. And this could be that King of Pentacles reversed who didn't want to let go of his money but has to pay. Or the Knight of Cups Libra reversed and the King of Pentacles reversed may be Virgo energy, with personal growth and financial discipline in a breakup without a leg to stand on, or in a disconnect or at a distance with a message or lying and spying and rumors going on. Big love and an outpouring of love to end the pain, with secret passion or High Priestess reversed in a forced awakening or pushed out of bed, the Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, perhaps blowing a whistle in their ear to wake up. That could be someone like with their kids and the alarms as well, like doing something really loud in the morning for the kids to get the hint so they won't make them do that anymore. New love to the King of Wands reversed, healing and hiding from the Queen of Wands in a 5D connection or on break. Somebody could be traveling, moving, or ascending as well, and dealing with Cancer energy there as well at 7:04, which is the Chariot and the Emperor. So the Page of Cups with the Ten of Cups and Queen of Cups, the family and the Queen of Cups are reversed. The Page of Cups is upright. So that could be a child or a loving message coming in to an unhappy family or a negative family, just dealing with an emotional cycle that's way overdue, along with the Page of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles, who are both upright, who can definitely be siblings there, or perhaps young workers, with a secret passion for energetic exchange or the arrows of love, or just a lot of movement back and forth, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, who's challenged by the Divine Feminine's heart open after death or dark night of the soul, and the Hermit, Knight of Cups reversed, exuding love for the King of Wands reversed, who's healing with sister or suffering in silence, with the Queen of Wands on break, resting, or in a 5D connection. The Page of Cups upright and the Ten of Cups and Queen of Cups both reversed in energetic exchange with Atlas, burdens, or responsibilities, and the Page of Pentacles upright, who's curious about the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and that can be a child curious about what their mother went through, and challenged by the Divine Feminine's heart opening or implementing a plan, with the Knight of Wands reversed and the Knight of Pentacles upright, not transitioning well, or needing to use their intuition, or with a secret passion, with Pisces reversed and Virgo upright, which is the same axis, or needing to connect with the higher self and reflect with love to the King of Wands reversed, healing and separation, with the Queen of Wands, who may be on vacation at 7:13, which is the Chariot and the transition number of 13, which is also Ophiuchus right now. So healing through, transitioning through on the Chariots of Fire through Ophiuchus, which is now. And this big week leading up to the solstice and into 2022. This is huge. It's unprecedented. It's not like every other year. Like we finished the 12-12-12 cycle in 19, and this is like that higher octave of that, where we're sealing the gate on the 21st of this three-world split, of going into our new world. And there's no like pussyfooting around anymore. Like you're either in or you're out. And it's 3:08 on the clock. The 3 of the Empress, the 8 of the Dance, and it's 1-7-15 here, which is the Magician, the Chariot, and then the Shadow, of clearing the shadow here. The Magician embodiment of the Chariots of Fire, clearing the last, like burning off that last, like revving an engine. That's the guy revving the engine, driving through the neighborhood, burning the last of the crap off of the engine, just like you're doing with your Kundalini energy. All right, so let's pull a few oracle cards, see what comes up. So again, we're releasing those last little bits as we release Sagittarius in the South Node, which ends the 22nd. So it's in conjunction with that 12/21 solstice energy of sealing the gates as we close off the releasing of Sagittarius to go into the releasing of Scorpio. And that's really dark, transformative energies, letting go of all that. And then moving forward towards Taurus, which is a very what's the word I'm looking for? There's longevity there, right? Because the Taurus is stubborn because they don't give up, which is a positive as well, right? So it's about that energy of pushing through this next jaunt that needs someone that will follow through no matter what and never give up. So that energy is coming in as the North Node. All right, so what is the takeaway from this reading today? Dear one, there you are. I love that. Really beautiful energies coming up for you. So you have the Dear One of the sweet, innocent, doe-eyed energy, and there's the DE of Delaware coming up as well again. But it's also the D is of something, right, in French, of the elephant. And the elephant's the most, like, benevolent energy in the deck, right? They're so wise, and they're the biggest creature on the earth, and they're very kind, and they have big ears to listen with. They always have a target on their head, but they're carrying the flame, and it's very, like, the elephant's coming up as the Atlas energy, carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, and but happy to carry the flame in their trunk there, right? To hold them no matter what. And you notice the elephant clears with each step. Like they don't need, it's not about their third eye opening. They are a walking embodiment of that clearing energy. As they take each step, it clears the way. It's like partnering up with this energy here. And then we have the elk. So the hot-headed elk is described in this deck as a very loving, stable, the person you want on your side for anything. But if they don't eat right, they can get arrogant and hot-headed, which is a side that you wouldn't want to be around, right? So that energy is coming in to be cleared by this energy, right? They're looking at me right now. So they're looking to confirm their guidance for their messages regarding what I just told you about revving the engine and clearing that last bit of crap off the engine to clear the way. And that's what's coming up for me here. So as the masculine comes towards the feminines are getting confirmation, right? That what they know is true and correct. The bottom of the deck is the hummingbird. Again, that high vibrational clearing the way. And this again is the songbird coming up. And there's the newbies protecting their energy because the worm is very intimidated by bigger energies or bigger people, right? Because they're just a little guy here. So, but they have beautiful, colorful energy, right? The newborn. And very high vibrational energies around these newbies coming in, the newborn children. So that's the underlying energy. We're coming in. This is the whole purpose for these cards being pulled, is the underlying energy, which is this really beautiful rainbow, high vibrational energy of a hummingbird. It's really, their wings flap really, really fast. So it's like they're the air crew, and then here's the ground crew, right? The elephants stomping their way through the energies as the birds are up in the air, clearing the way for everyone. As we get rid of that last old masculine energy that's coming in. So it's not just the divine masculine, it's the masculine within all of us that we're clearing out. And let's see what the journey of love has for us. Take a deep breath. It's 3:13 on the clock. There you go, just for a moment, joy. That very childlike energy, being completely open without any guarding, allowing all the light to come in. We've got a big light coming in on the 21st, which we've never experienced before. 46 is the children hugging each other, loving each other, just allowing yourself to be a child and free. And there's the mother. Look, the feminines are all free. Let the feminine lead the way, as these new children are naturally like this coming in. The feminines learn to tame her kundalini, so she's all ready to lead the way as the Knight of Cups and being love. This is beautiful childlike energy. We got the Knight of Cups and then like 2 pages of cups over here. That's so beautiful. And look, there we have the liberty again. So this is like someone did describe this as our liberation, the 21st. So here we have that confirmed, the liberation, our liberation, the Statue of Liberty, and the divine marriage that was in my title the other day. All right, so we are in the energy of the divine marriage here between the masculine and feminine, and it's coming up at the Statue of Liberty in Ellis Island, which came up the other day. And as the feminine leads the way, in control of her kundalini, and the new children who are just, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed because they're naturally really high vibrations coming in. Okay? So it's like the dear ones are the innocent children, and the elephant are all you guys who have already been through this and already understand the whole process. As the masculines are coming out of the last of their wounded warrior in order to step onto the fool's journey path as opposed to the wounded warrior path, onto that very high vibrational journey. And then we have the breaking in of the masculine is the King of Pentacles here, the 65. So there's that breaking in, right? Smash. What's the song I'm always trying to think of where they crash into each other? Like this is that wake-up call. Oh, this is the blasting someone in their ear, not waking up in the morning, like pushing them out of bed or bringing a foghorn in there to wake them up in the morning. This is what's happening. They're like getting thrown onto the bridge if they haven't gone there already. Very interesting how that came up in order to get to the void. Right? This is 0 point. There's no time left. This is the deadline, the 40 of the Page of Cups. And not that there's any time left, but this is, in human terms, that's how we can understand what's going on. The central awakening is the 64 of the 10 of Swords reversed, where all the swords drop out, and that's the release of the pain, is the sensuality, it's the bliss. And the heart on fire, the chariots of fire. See, the chariot is the feminine within the masculine, that Christ consciousness coming through the heart in a blaze of fire. Chariots on fire, chariots of fire, as the swords come out in bliss, in your sensual awakening, as the children, the feminines, and the masculine coming in with that last little rev to get all that crap off the engine. The children, the feminine, and the liberation of the divine feminine and the divine marriage at the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. Of all those have come before, Ellis Island is representative of your ancestors, so that's why they're bringing that up, and Spirit's connecting with me. And the temple, it's making me want to cry, actually. The 59 of the 5 of Swords, the war within, and all the wars that have come without because of the war within, and then the final breaking in of the divine masculine will be the making of him, is what I'm getting. This will be the making of him. The breaking of him will be the making of him. Okay, so this is our liberation. This is beautiful, you guys. So perfect. All right, let's see what else we have. So the deer one, I love, that's probably my favorite card in the deck. The deer one and the otter, they're so cute, which is representative of those two energies, the feminine and the child. So, deer one. And don't forget the beer and the bear. Bear just came up in the book. What's up with the beer? All right, the deer says, loving, intuitive, graceful, and the mother. The deer represents the feminine aspect of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures regardless of gender, but is especially potent in new parents. During the first few days, they are fully present, nurturing, and calm. Their inner beauty radiates and a sense of grace calms the room. The deer personality affects others in this way, drawing them toward a quiet tenderness. The deer card may appear when a birth or celebration of a new life draws near, or when a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion. When in balance, receptive, compassionate, and nurturing. When they're out of balance, they're concerned and protective. And that would be overprotective, right? To bring back into balance is nature and children. So it's that mothering energy. But this can be very childlike energy as well, as you can see. And then we have the children of the 46 too. It's very childlike energy. Just for a moment, joy. What we feel and express, what we choose at any given time, is our offering to the divine cosmic matrix. It germinates and is reflected back to us, which came up in the Metatron read today as well, that it germinates and is reflected back to us from the cosmos as a manifestation in this material reality. Can you choose to gentle your heart, to let it be open to light and to life, which can be chaos, even if just for a moment? If you're in the midst of darkness, of deep suffering, can you find, even for just a moment, the joy of existence underneath it? It is a wild ride, this life. Every time you open your arms in yes, the universe responds in kind. This oracle brings you a message. In this moment, trust that there is joy waiting to be felt and found, no matter how hard that may be to believe right now. Let go of your attachment to the apparent problems at hand as much as you can, and you will be allowing yourself to let the divine take over and sort out what needs to happen here. There is help awaiting your invitation always. Why not let it in and let joy in too? You're being offered divine support to live a less guarded existence, to dissemble yourself a little, or a lot, and let your true nature, which is joy, bubble to the surface without rhyme or reason other than just because it lives. And the poem reads, love is magic, like a balmy breeze on a winter night. It feels so good, you want it to last forever. And love is magic because we make it so. by opening to the pleasure of being alive and sharing the joy we feel. And when we're not looking, the night may warm again. Don't forget to drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, and get your nature. Breathe, rise and be love.